Welcome to Woodenset, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you. And in this channel, we usually try to solve a problem, or rather, find the best possible answer to a question. And today's question is, in my previous video, I told you that how depth sensor in a robot partner works, because object recognition is a very significant term in robotics. Okay, and suppose you have just bought a human robot partner, human robot, a robot. How it can recognize you? Okay, how it can recognize you? It depends on many factors, and one of the main factors is depth sensor. What is depth sensor? In my previous video, I talked about it a little bit, but not elaborately. So, in today's video, I'll talk about mainly about the depth sensor. Okay, but before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks. It gives me a lot of strength. So please keep watching Wooden Slit. Please keep supporting Wooden Slit. Keep sharing Wooden Slit. And finally, although I talk about human sexuality and sometimes sex robots, but there is no vulgarity in this channel, and I don't promote any kind of vulgarity through this channel. All I talk about is scientific facts and technology, of course, and that is artificial intelligence. Because this AI age is quite different than all the previous ages we have seen in the recent past, pre-internet age, post-internet age, social media or smartphone age. AI age has changed everything. Okay, and robots, of course, robots. So a human robot is equipped with a camera, first of all, and a depth sensor. What is that? Let us try to understand. The robot is tasked with picking up a cup from a table, right? You instruct a robot, pick up that cup from the table, right? The robot first uses its camera to capture an image of the table, because the table first, then the cup on its table, right? So the robot then uses its depth sensor to determine the distance to the cup. Okay, depth sensor basically measures the distance from an object to the robot. And believe me, a robot, although it's your partner, maybe it's your bed partner, okay, but it always treats you as an object. After all, at the end of the day, it's a machine, so it treats everything as objects. Okay, so the depth sensor calculates the distance between the object and the robot. If instead of cup or table, if it's you, then the robot will again measure the distance between you and the robot. I hope you understand, right? If you try to hug the robot, suppose, okay, and try to get it into the bedroom to do some silly things, in that case also, whenever you do something, a robot's camera first takes the picture, then it processes it. This process, this things is done very quickly, very quickly, very fast, because there are a lot of large language models, a lot of artificial intelligence, a lot of machine learning algorithms and sensors, everything put together here into that robot. So basically, depth sensor, what depth sensor does, it measures the distance. It measures the distance between your uh, object that you try to put inside it. It again measures the distance. However funny it sounds, but it really happens this way. After all, you know, whenever you talk about sexuality or any kind of physically intimate acts with robot, I think of dehumanization of sex. I think of sexual objectification. It's just like any other sexual objects, and any kind of sexual act is treated as an abnormal act, of course, because it's not a normal act. That is why we do it in privacy. We need privacy, isn't it? Anyway, so the robot then uses a machine learning algorithm. When depth sensor starts working, it next process is machine learning algorithm to identify your uh, erect something in the image, and processes it with a lot of other images it has already been fed in its memory, and try to calculate everything with the machine learning algorithm, that what it needs to be done, what needs to be done, etc. And once it has been identified, the robot can plan its movements, next movements, to whether it will, how it will handle it rather. Okay, whether it will grab it, whether it will take it, whether it will what no one knows what it will do, but only you can say, if you have any kind of that experience, of course. So here are some challenges, of course, involved in object recognition for humanoid robots. But because the challenges include the variations in object appearance, number one, because your body is a new object, new kind of things. Uh, Unknown objects, uh, maybe you try to use some other objects with that robot partner. So unknown objects and real-time operation, that is very important, because whether there is a depth sensor or camera or other sensors, actuators, and machine learning algorithms, software, etc., etc., everything. Having said everything, human robots need to be able to recognize objects in real time in order to interact with their environment effectively. Okay, this requires using efficient machine learning algorithms at the end of the day. That is very important. Okay, and that can run on the robot's onboard computer, because a robot is at the end of the day is a computer. You are going to have a physically intimate act with the computer instead of a laptop, instead of a desktop, instead of your smartphone. So its appearance is different. It's a robot, nothing else. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope I give you some insights about new insights about human robot partner. So stay tuned, keep watching Wooden Sled, keep supporting Wooden Sled. See you again very soon with more videos like this. So take care and stay safe.